I'm going to give you some tips on how you can speed up your manifestations. And the first thing that I want to tell you is start to be aware of how you feel. I know this sounds basic, but so many people are lazy in their awareness of how they think, how they feel, and also what they're speaking into the world. For example, they'll go and meet with friends and they'll complain about how bad their lives are. They'll gossip about other people, and then they'll wonder why their manifestations aren't showing up. It's because they're not a vibrational match to what it is that they want. So as you go through your day, no matter how justified circumstances might seem, cease thinking about that which doesn't feel good. If it feels good, give yourself full liberty to indulge in it. If it doesn't feel good, tell yourself there's nothing more important than me feeling good, and take your attention back towards that which feels good. I said in my previous talk that where attention goes, energy flows, and it causes things to grow. So you want that which you want to grow. So focus your attention on it and cease thinking any type of negative thoughts, as that causes resistance within you. Now, what do I mean by resistance? I mean, there's your higher self, this divine wellspring of good called God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. And its nature, this is my belief, is wellness, or you could call it love or joy. All of these are different words to more or less describe the same thing. And it's seeking to express through you. But as you think resistant thought, meaning thoughts of a negative nature, this power can't flow through you. For those of you who read the Master Key System, Charles Haanel talks about in his excellent book how there's a link between the conscious mind, which is our brain essentially, and the subconscious, which is a series of nerves in our stomach that connects our brain and our body. And he said that when you think negative thoughts, it causes your body to tighten up. You can all feel it. If you've ever thought a scary thought, or if you see someone who's depressed, they start to tighten up. And what this does is it stops the nerve flow, the channel, so to speak, between your conscious and subconscious mind. So you're no longer privy to all that intuition, insight, and wisdom that your subconscious has. So again, cease all resistant thought. Even if it seems totally justified, if your circumstances are telling you something is a certain way, remember, you're the creator of your reality. Start to choose to think something different. Through the law of cause and effect, as you think different thoughts, you'll take different actions and get you different results. So, and also you're the creator of your reality. You're infinitely powerful. You are creating your reality. So start to focus on what it is you want. And as you focus on that, you'll create more of that, and it'll be this loop of positivity in your favor. Now, the next tip I have is every day I want you to put yourself into the feeling state of what it is you want. This is a quick, easy way to manifest what it is you want, because you'll be a match to what it is you want. Now, Siri started listening to me. And so now, as you put yourself into this state every single day, what's going to happen is things are going to start to manifest for you faster and faster and faster and faster. Also, let's say you're somebody who thinks to themselves, I've never had this before, so I don't know what it feels like. All you need to do is close your eyes and use your imagination and start to imagine what it would feel like if, for example, if the person you wanted to be with was holding your hand or kissing you. You might not be able to right away get into the feeling tone of it, but you can actually get into the feeling of what it would feel like to touch or hold that person, or to kiss that person. And by doing that, it'll get you into the right feeling tone of gratitude or love or appreciation. And another easy tip or trick that you could do is you can go into your past and think about a time that you had what it is you want. And by feeling that time you've had it in the past, you're reactivating that vibration to attract it into your future. So if there was a time in your past that you were really healthy, see and feel the past and feel good about it. Imagine what it felt like when you were that person then, and you'll be putting forth that vibration, and you'll have to attract circumstances and situations to begin creating that now. Now, if you're unhealthy now, but you were healthy in the past, don't lament yourself for where you currently are. Think about how good you were then, anticipate your good arriving now, and you'll create more of that. You want to use your past in a beneficial manner. Whenever I look at the past, I never look at it with regret. I look at it with either praise for the good I've done, or I ask myself, I use analysis. I say, where could I have improved? And I use it to grow. And that's the same way I want you to view your past. In fact, so many of you have so many successes in your past that if you would just constantly acknowledge yourself for the good work that you've done, your self-esteem would rise, and it would cause yourself to attract so much more good into your life. You should try that for 30 days and watch how things transform for you. Now, another good tip that you could do, or a good exercise to do, I do this while I'm driving. I'll ask myself, what would it feel like if I was the person I wanted to be? Again, what would it feel like if I was the person I wanted to be? I got this question from Neville Goddard, the famous Christian mystic, and I love this question. I spent about 1 or 2 minutes getting into the feeling tone and seeing and imagining my ideal life, and then I can discontinue the exercise. The reason I spend 1 or 2 minutes is it takes on average 33 1/3 seconds for an idea to go from your conscious mind into your subconscious, and any idea that gets impressed on your subconscious manifests in your body and in your environment. So I focus on it for a minute or two, and then I pretty much consider the manner complete. If it still feels good to you, do the exercise for longer. You can do it for as long as you like. The longer you do it and the more you feel it, the higher your amplitude will be, and the quicker it'll show up in your life. Dr. Thurman Fleet, one of my favorite spiritual teachers, he said, he's passed away. He said that the reason a lot of people aren't manifesting what it is they want is because they aren't thinking thoughts with sufficient force to cause a change in their circumstances. Meaning, they'll think, let's say you want a new car. You'll think, oh, I would like a red Corvette. I'm making up a vehicle. And then they'll think a second later, oh, but I can never have a red Corvette. So they cause brain cells to begin vibrating in accordance with a red Corvette, and then they stop those cells from vibrating with their discordant thought. So what you want to do is get into the feeling tone for at least 33 1/3 seconds, because one, it impresses that idea on your subconscious, and two, the amplitude of those brain cells will begin vibrating strongly enough that the electrons within your brain cells, this is where it's going to get a bit scientific, will go out and land on people who will bring to you what it is you want. Try it out. That's how the law of attraction works. It's really the law of vibration. You're causing brain cells within you to begin vibrating by the way you think, and within those brain cells are billions of electrons, and those electrons send out an energy or information in all directions through all of time and space, and they land on people who are in accordance with it, who bring to you what it is that you want. So again, ask yourself, what would it feel like if I was the person I wanted to be, and spend a minute or two at least sitting in that energy and seeing it and feeling it. Charles Haanel, again, the author of the Master Key System, he said a lot of the reason that a lot of people aren't manifesting what they want is because they can't concentrate their mind. They think one thing and then another thing and another thing. There's not a sufficient force behind their ideas to get that idea impressed on their subconscious. So spend 1 to 2 minutes thinking about what it is you want and really getting into the feeling tone. Because the more feeling it has, the faster it gets impressed on your subconscious, and the quicker it manifests in your body and in your environment. And by feeling, I mean what the end state would feel like. And also, you can add in your physical senses, what it would feel like to touch it or to smell it or to hear it, whatever senses work best for you. Now, another exercise you can do, I got from Esther Hicks, the famous metaphysical teacher. And all it is just ask yourself as you go throughout your day, what's going right in my life right now? Again, what's going right in my life right now? She said the reason that a lot of people aren't manifesting what they want is because they've made what they want in their minds out to be something huge. And so the universe is responding in kind. And as a result of them making it something huge, they're not a vibrational match to what it is they want. She said, but when you answer this question, what is going right in my life right now? She said, your thoughts will start to gradually shift, and so will your vibration, and eventually you'll become a vibrational match to what it is that you want. She said, do this for over the course of a month. And she said, your vibration will so radically shift that you'll desire something, you'll seek to manifest it, and within a few days or sometimes even a few hours, it'll show up. She said, you'll get to the point where you can start to think new thoughts, and immediately you'll start to see its manifestations take place. And then you'll be a true master of this process. You'll be a deliberate creator. And that's what I want you to be. So try it out. As you go through your day, ask yourself, what's going right in my life right now? I prefer to do this. She said, if you do this more than once a day, it'll speed up your manifestations. So I do this process 3 to 4 times a day. Usually each time after I eat, I ask this question, I get into the feeling tone of what's going right in my life, and as a result, I attract more good to me, and the same will be true to you. Now, lastly, I want you to pre-pave every day for good, and I'll explain what I mean by this. Most people, when they wake up in the morning, their alarm clock goes off, they're in a rush to go to work, and they've given no thought to their vibration, to their thoughts, to their feelings, to any of that. They're responding to their external environment, and as a result, it's causing a vibration within them, usually one of fear or not enoughness or hurry, and that's what they're creating more of in their life. But not you. I want you to be a deliberate creator. So in the morning, I want you to develop a meditation practice so that your thoughts and your being starts to become very centered and peaceful. And then after that meditation practice, I want you to imagine and get into the feeling tone every day of what it is you want. So that way you're constantly putting out the energy of what it is you want. Then I want you to do your affirmations if you have any. And then you could do, there's several things you could do, but one thing I like to do is, it comes from Esther Hicks, it's the Book of Positive Aspects, where you simply write out positive things about what's going right in your life or what it is that you admire about someone or something. For example, I like Tony Robbins. I'm a huge fan of his. So I would write out, what do I like about him? I like that he's a charismatic teacher, that he gets results, that he really has a desire to help people, that he attracts huge audiences, that he transforms lives immediately, things of this nature. And she said, just spend 15 minutes of this. And what you've done through the meditation, the images, the affirmations, and this Book of Positive Aspects is you've put forth an incredibly high positive energy to go forth in your day. Excuse me. I was stuttering there for a second. And as a result, that's going to be the energy that creates your day. David Hawkins, in his excellent book, Power versus Force, talks about how love is a higher electromanifestation of the brain than hate. And the reason I mention that is if you just spend some time in positive energy and positive thoughts, he says that one positive thought counterbalances the negative effects of something along the lines of hundreds of negative thoughts. So you spent 15 to 30 minutes of concentrated thought, concentrated energy. So your day is going to be hugely impactful, irrespective of whatever it is that takes place in the rest of the day. So try this process out. It'll be a huge benefit to your day. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, Tony, I don't have 30 minutes every morning. So if you're one of those people, right when you wake up, just spend a few minutes taking a few deep breaths to relax your body. Look around your room and look for things that you could be grateful for. Get ready. And then when you as you're driving to work every day, look for things in your environment, or you can think of things that you're grateful for. And in addition, you can image and affirm what it is you want. And that's an easy way to get this process out before you get to work, and you'll arrive in a positive state. You'll be so happy. People will wonder, what's up with this person? For example, I used to work in sales, and people would always wonder, they'd ask me, like, why is this guy so happy? But I would pre-pave my day. And so when I just hit the computer. When I'd arrive to work every day, I was in a super good mood. And then you can also stop throughout the day and repeat this process if you need a break from life, so to speak. And it's a great, easy way to realign you. So in closing, I want you to cease your resistant thought, put yourself into a positive state, the end result of what it is you want each day. Recall times in the past where you felt the way that you would feel if you had what it is that you want now. Ask yourself what it would feel like if you were the person you wanted to be. Ask yourself throughout the day, what's going right in my life right now? And lastly, be sure to pre-pave your day. And if you want more tips, more strategies, more knowledge of the universe, so to speak, be sure to check out my course on Udemy. There's a link in the description. Also, you can get my ebook, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post videos and content pretty much every day. I want to see you do your best. And if you need anything, feel free to drop me a line. I'm always here for you.